Godzilla 2014 figure review. Boom! It's the first one I've had in my collection. Okay? So, what figure is it? We're looking at the NECA 12-inch from head to tail figure. Okay? 12-inch from head to tail. What I'm going to do is once I get into the review, I'm going to bring the camera closer. That way we can see the figure and not me and the little figure here. Not that it's little, but it's, you know what I mean. Okay? So, I first want to give a shout out to James Hartman out there in Cali. Boom! Because he's the one who sent this beaut to me. He was being a smart ass and he asked me for my address and I'm like, why? So I gave him my address and bam! Godzilla NECA figure shows up. So, he made this, like, actually, John Stanowski wrote this because this came from Flossie's Gifts.
Flossie's Gifts.
Flossie's Gifts.
Flossie'sGifts.com.
Get your X Plus Diamond reissued figures and other Godzilla items from Flossie's Gifts.
Flossie's Gifts.
Go to Flossie'sGifts.com.
Flossie'sGifts.com.
Bam. There's the card. And James also put, you have the right to remain fresh. Well, that is definitely going to happen. I have that right. I own that right. And that will always be what's up. Okay? So, as we all know, the NECA figure was only released, what, just before the movie come out? So, what do we know about it so far? It's like 2 color variants. Is it a variant? I don't think it's a variant. I just think it's just the way how the color showed up. But we'll talk about that when I get to the paint section. So, first Godzilla 2014 in the Fresh Vinyl collection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the review right now and I'll give you my personal thoughts and opinions after I review the figure for what the figure is. Okay? And remember that. It's what the figure is. Okay? Alright, here we go! Flossie'sGifts.com!
Flossie'sGifts.com.
Flossie'sGifts.com!
Flossie'sGifts.com.
Flossie'sGifts.com!
Flossie'sGifts.com.
Okay, guys, so here we go. The NECA Godzilla 2014 figure. Boom! 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 Okay? Alright, so let's get right into this. First thing we're going to talk about is the size. Figure weighs in. Actually, I don't know how much it weighs in. I'm talking about the size, I said. So we're looking at 6 inches tall. Okay? 6 inches by... They lied. 6 by 10. Okay? Check it out. You can see this. Here's the tip of the tail to the head. It's about 10. Okay? You see that? 10. Tape measure don't lie. Almost like I got some jacked up tape measure. 6 inches. Okay? That's the height. So 6 by 12, I don't know. If the tail was down, sure. Maybe you get another 2 inches out of that, but you don't. Okay? So that's the height. Why are they calling it a 6 by 12? I don't know. It just sounds weird to me. Why can't they just say it's a 6-inch version? It's 6 inches tall. Bam. Real simple, right? Okay? Alright, so 6 inches. I'm just going to call this the 6-inch version. Plain and simple, okay? Now, the rest of the size, I mean, it's pretty good. You know, it's a good size. Definitely will fit in with your SH Monster Arts figures. So, here, real quick, let's pull up the 64 because he's the closest to me. Okay? He actually stands a little bit taller than the 64. So, if we had the Heisei Godzilla, we're going to pull up the burner one because he's the next closest. They are like the same height. And I'll tell you why. They look good next to each other. All three of these, they fit and scale very nice. Okay? So that was... Alright. So, I guess that was your size comparison. I usually do that at the end, but we just did it now. Okay? Now, joints and seams. Yes, I'm going through this just like a normal review that I do. We're going to go through everything. There'll be one specific area that we're all going to touch base on once we get to that section. Okay? Alright, joints and seams. Alright. Seams here. Arms. Legs. Kneecap. Ankles. Cankles. Foot stomps. Stubs. Whatever you want to call them. Seams. One ugly seam right there. Now, check this out. Maybe it looks better from the front. When you turn his leg like that, that looks horrible. That looks just downright horrible. Okay? I understand that's to make the pivot. Does it on the same side. I mean, he's got some serious, you know, freaking childbearing hips right there, and that just doesn't look right. So that's how that is. But they move good. Okay? We're not talking about that section yet. We're talking about joints and seams. Oh, maybe we should talk about that section. Alright, we'll talk about that section soon. I want to talk about the detail, because this is one of the high features of this figure, is the detail. Lots of nice detail along the neck, the head, the back. A lot of scales, grooves, dorsal plates, what have you. It looks really, really good. The arms, scales. Everything looks good. The fingers, pretty sharp. Nicely done. Actually, they're pretty sharp. Poke your eye out if you're not careful. Okay? The face looks good. You know, I can't wait to watch the movie again just to compare the figure what the movie, you know, we look like in the movie. But the face looks good. The gills, got the gills there. That's right. They gave him gills, so now we know that's how he breathes. He does not suck in water or any kind of other filtration system. He has gills. So you see the gills right there. Nicely done. Snout looks good. Eyes look good. Everything looks good on the detail. The detail on this figure, I will say, it is the best, in my opinion, as of right now, at the time of this recording, this is the best looking Godzilla 2014 figure that is available. Okay? That's my opinion. I think this is the best one. Okay? The NECA Godzilla 2014 is the best one. Okay? So, details top notch. Right down to the spikies, the dorsal plates on the tail, right to the tip. Dorsal plates look good. I think they look good. This kind of reminds me of the 54 and the Godzilla 2000 dorsal plates combined. Okay? Definitely that's where I think they got their inspiration from. Definitely the 54. Okay? Alright, let's talk about the paint job. So, alright, now depending on how you look at this figure in the light, this has subtle hints of blue on the paint job that stick out. So I don't know if you can see them very well. Check out the picture. Maybe that will help. But that definitely gives this figure some depth to the paint job. It's not just some flat, dark brown. So it looks pretty good. The blue is definitely the most sought after one. I can't talk. So like I said, the blue is the most sought after one amongst collectors. I guess some of the other versions of the figure, it's just more of a flat dark brown, which I think doesn't give it any depth. You got to have some kind of highlight or something to give the character, the figure, some depth. You know what I mean? All right. The dorsal plates pretty much are a flat dark brown. Yeah, those are pretty flat brown. The face, check out the face. He's got his eyes. They are black pupils with some yellow orange in there. The teeth, ever so slightly painted, barely painted. They got, you know, kind of some pearl on there. His fingernails and toenails are just black. There's really nothing there to distinguish that, but that's okay. It's kind of cool. I don't think Godzilla's ever had black fingernails and toenails. That's pretty much the paint job. Oh, let's talk about the stomach. Stomach and this area, his torso, a little bit lighter brown. Distinguish that, so that gives that some depth, so that's pretty good. Okay? So like I said, the biggest thing about the paint job that gives this figure some depth is these blue highlights here. Looks pretty good. Alright, so that's the paint job. Let's talk about the pose. Now, it's got some articulation, and we're going to get to that next. Articulation, so you can put them in different poses. So, well, we're just going to move on to articulation. Articulation. So, that is the selling point of this figure, is that it has articulation in the tail. You got articulation in the tail, in the torso, the neck, the head. Move them side to side. Okay? The arms go up and down. You guys can spin those arms, because we all know how everybody likes spinning those goddamn arms. Spin the arms! Everybody spin the arms! like spinning arms. I don't get it. I don't know why everybody wants. Oh, do the arms spin? What? You know, here's a question. Why are we gonna make him spin his arms? Are we gonna? Is he gonna like do some kind of like what is that? Like why would we spin the arms backwards? Is he like pushing out a fart? Does he have is he trying to scratch his back? Like I don't understand why we would ever want to spin his arms anyways. Cause no, you just don't spin the arms, people. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Don't get mad. Okay? Anyway, so the arm spin. You got articulation at the hands, at the wrists. Okay? You got articulation at the elbow. And at the shoulders. Okay? Hey! David Madden, you paying attention here? David Madden! Woo! David Madden! Okay, so you got articulation at the shoulders. Got the head, neck, legs. Okay, this is what we talked about before. You got the ugly childbearing hips there. Not a big deal. Actually, it's kind of a big deal, but whatever. Not really that big of a deal. At the knees, there is ever so slightly any kind of articulation, but they do rotate. Okay? See? You see? You see what I'm saying? At the feet, at the nubs, stumps, they rotate. Okay? Now, the tail, you got rotation here, 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 all the way here, all the way here. No articulation here. Now, that just bends. Okay? What else? So that's the articulation. That's pretty much all the articulation. Not bad. It's not bad. It's really not bad, guys. This is nice. I'm very happy. Well, I'll get to that. I'm going to talk about how I feel about the figure. Okay? Alright. So, short and sweet. This is the figure. Looks good. I really like the detail. Detail's good. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to back the camera back out and I'm going to give you my opinions and thoughts on the figure on my own account. Alright? Good! Okay. So, here's my thoughts and opinions on the figure. I said it earlier in the review. I think this is the best Godzilla 2014 toy to date. As of May 28, 2014. This is, in my opinion, the best one. I dig this. The price is what? $15, $18, $20? $20 the most. Bam. Can't go wrong. That's a great price. That is a great price and for an affordable toy. It's very affordable for what it is. Okay? Great price. Anybody can pick it up. That's great. Anybody can pick it up. Go to the store, go get one. It's a great price for a 6-inch Godzilla figure. It looks good. Bam. Okay? Let's talk about articulation. Now, this is not SH Monster Arts. There's not 84 points of articulation on this thing. Okay? If there was 84 points of articulation, it would be more money. Short and simple, SH Monster Arts is coming out with a Godzilla 2014 in September. Okay? Depending on when you're watching this video, it might be out already. So go check out that review. But you can't, because it's not out yet, according to this time of day. Am I confusing? It's like all some kind of time travel now. If you're watching this in the future or the past. Shut up, Rich. Bam! Stupid! Stupid! David! See, this is what happens, David, man! Oh! Fresh! Anyway, so there is not 84 points of articulation. Okay? There's 1, 2, you know, I'm not going to count. Okay? You could tell just by the figure that it's not that articulated like SH Monster. But I'm not even going to compare it. I don't even want to compare it to that because that's not fair. That's not a fair assessment for the figure. Okay? So I'm not even going to compare it. It's different. It's two different lines. It wasn't trying to be SH Monster Arts. Anyway, but the one thing that I don't like is the tail. Right here. Tail's good up till here. I wish the tail could go down. But it can't. It's bendy. It's just rubbery. It's like a little dingle hopper or something. You know, like, check it out. Okay? That's what you can do with tail. This part, not good. I don't like that. They should have made the tail go down. Now, on the 12-inch figure from NECA that's coming out, the tail does go down. Okay, so they made good with that. Not a big deal. Is it a big deal? No, it's not a big deal. I'm not one for playing with my stuff. Yeah, now I like the SH Monster Arts, so I do like to put them in some different poses, some of them. But I think they should have made the tail go down. So this is a hit. The thighs right here, that's ugly. But am I going to pose them like this? No, I'm not going to pose them like that. Why would I pose them like that? That is stupid. Stupid! That looks dumb. It looks like he's taking a shit. Why would I do that? No. So his legs stay like that. And there's no ugly scene. So do I care all that much? No, I don't. Not a big deal. It's just there. So if you know, if you do that, you see it. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. So I don't care. Other than that, you know, I think it's a great figure. James, thank you for getting this for me. Thank you. Really, I was going to pick this up. I actually decided to say, you know, I'm going to get the figure. I'm going to get it. I'm definitely going to get it. And somebody got it for me. That's fresh. That's fresh. That's how you do it on Planet X. Fresh. Or Nebula Space Hunter M, or wherever you people are from. Earth. Fresh Vinylville. You know what I mean. Anyway. Okay? I think it's a good figure. It's just the tail, the hips, and it is what it is. I'm happy with it. So, on the Fresh Vinyl scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to give, let's see, I'm going to give this figure an 8 out of 10. Okay? I didn't have to think about that. It just rolled off my mouth. That's how I feel. 8 out of 10. Okay? It's not perfect. Does it need to be perfect? No, it doesn't. It's a good figure. It's affordable. It looks great. I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with this Godzilla 2014 toy. Boom! I'm happy with it. Okay? I dig it. Alright? So, it's certified fresh. That's right. You want, oh, what? What's not certified fresh? You know what? This is not certified fresh. You know why? Because it's a goddamn bootleg. And we don't collect bootlegs, right, David? Bang? No, we don't. David Dopko, David Bang. We don't collect bootlegs. What's up, David? And David. It's 2 Davids. Alright, so that's it. I dig the figure. Go get one. Look for them. Bam. That's what's up. Buy vinyl. Fresh vinyl. And NECA figures.